How's it going, everybody? Decided to come back out today to remake a few sets. I pulled traps last week. We got a real bad freeze. Everything was in negative with the wind chills. The temperatures were negative 33 one day and negative 10, negative 15. So figured I wasn't going to mess with that. I went ahead and pulled traps, but came back out here today. We got about 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks left of trapping season. So I figured instead of hanging the traps up for the year, I'm gonna go ahead and reset a few sets. We caught our last fox right here in the hay set, so I'm gonna remake this set, and then just right here somewhere, just right around in this same location, I'm gonna make one more set, and then we're gonna go down to the corner of the field, make a couple there, and then we're gonna go across the field and make a couple over there too. I plan on only setting about 6 traps today, so we're gonna get down to work real quick and get these in the ground. Alright guys, I just wanted to go over a few of our tools we're using today. The traps we're using are Bridger number 2 offset. They're 4-coiled. I like using them traps because I catch fox and coyotes in them, and it seems to not damage the fox, and it's plenty to hold coyote. Got a drill with I believe that's an 1.5 inch speed bore bit on it. We're going to use that to get our holes in. A sifter, some J-hook pliers. I got a hammer and a hatchet in there because we're dealing with semi-frozen ground, so it seems like that hatchet makes it a little easier to get through the ground there. That's just another auger bit, but I don't think I'll be able to use it today. A pair of gloves, definitely need a pair of gloves, and a bucket of waxed dirt, which we're not going to use that at this set. We're just using some straw, but I'm gonna get you guys set up and we're gonna remake this set real quick. Alright guys, one reason that I use J-hooks on the end of my traps is because if I ever pull the traps and decide to come out and reset, it's as easy as just popping this J-hook down on my cable, take a pair of J-hook pliers and fasten it. And see, now our trap's secured to the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this, because this is a hay set, so we're not going to be bedding this in the actual dirt itself. I night latch all of my traps. So we're going to want our trap right there. That's exactly where I had it last time. So now that we got our trap there, I'm going to go about 6 inches. So right in here is where I want my bait with my hole. And I used to have a clump of just some sticker bush there. It was just a little clump, but obviously when I caught that last fox, he wiped it out. So I went and found a few pieces of just a little wood there in the timber there. And all I'm gonna do is take that wood, kind of make a little pocket there. I'm gonna take my drill a little hole. Guys, I'm telling you, this spot, from catching that last fox, it would have been a week ago today, I can still smell that fox was here. You see, obviously this other auger bit's not going to work here, so it's another reason I'm glad I brought my stake driver with me. Pound that in there a little bit. Now what I'm going to do go ahead and bait this up. We'll use some Hiawatha Valley here. Finally ran out of my old tub of it, so I had to break this one out. And it seems to be a good bait. I mean, the stuff's stinky. I hope that doesn't cause them to try to roll on it, but the stuff is stinky. And normally, I thought I forgot them, but I do have this other pair of gloves here to apply my bait, because this stuff stinks. Let's see, I got just a little piece of sheep's wool there. Grab some of our bait. And it don't take a whole lot, guys. It's not even a full tablespoon there. We'll just set it there for now. Get this stuff put back up. You gotta watch where you put these lids in your, whatever you use, because anywhere that stuff hits and gets that smell there, that fox is gonna put his nose there. Fox or coyote. Mainly, we're going for fox over here, so that's why I'm using these hay sets quite a bit. I seem to have decent luck with the fox on them. But so we got our bait in the hole. Go ahead and put my other gloves on so I can start hiding this trap. Kind of shove our bait down in there a little more. You want them to work for it. You don't want to just put it there to where they can pull it right out. But now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this hay, or the straw. I'm going to put a little bit just right under the trap, kind of help it keep from freezing in. I'm going to take this stuff that I had for the backing, just kind of work it all back up in there. The reason I use these sticks is to kind of build that back up a little bit. Then we're just going to take some of the straw, and you don't want, like I got some big sticks and stuff in there. We'll throw them off to the side. And we're just kind of blending this in, guys. It's nothing too crazy. I was kind of iffy on these sets at first, because I just didn't like how the trap was bedded, but I went ahead and tried it a few times and I caught stuff with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put a little bit of fox urine on the back and a little drop of some fox gland lure, yeah, I can't talk. Put a little fox gland lure there and call it a day, guys. This set's done. We can kind of use some of, use like this piece of just corn husk, kind of use it there for a little guiding. And I always go back and rake up where I was so you can't see where my knees were. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully we'll come back and have another fox. Like I said, I can still smell from that last fox from when I caught him here, so the smell is here. Now we just gotta wait for the critter. Alright guys, we're just down from where we put that hay set in. We're really not far from it at all, probably about 10, not even 15 yards, but I'm gonna go ahead and punch in a little dirt hole here, just because I think the way the weather is gonna be, I might actually be able to utilize the last bit of this waxed dirt I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch this set in, and then I'll get back with you guys. I'm gonna use the hatchet to chop out the trap bed, and then just bed the trap in some waxed dirt. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I just kind of wanted to show you the set location and why I picked it. This trail I'm on, behind me, it leads back to a little CRP field. As you can see, it goes out to a cornfield up here. But as you see, the animals that come up this trail and they come down this trail too. I used to put a few sets right there, but it just seemed like the wind would always get me all bogged down and messed around, so I decided to move them up closer to the field edge. But as you can see, this trail here, it goes down through the timber as well. But we just punched our last set in right here because I'm expecting there to be a wind switch and it start coming out of the north. And I'm only putting 2 traps at this location, so I want one covering a north wind and a south wind. So there's that trap there. And then right across from it, kind of right on the edge of this field here, is that hay set that we caught the fox in. And that's actually a remake. So just kind of wanted to show you guys the set locations. I'm gonna head on down and make a few more. Alright guys, this here's that set that we caught. Shows either 5 or 6 fox in and a coyote. I decided to go ahead and remake it. I was kind of iffy on if I wanted to or not, but I just kind of switched I did a little something different. I went ahead and worked that hole out a little more, and all that big high area that you see there, that big horseshoe shape, that's just everything from all my catches, from the catch circle. Every time I catch something, I just drag it all back there and use it for backing. So that's all that is. But you can kind of see this is what it looks like from the ground point of view. But I went ahead and I put my trap back where it normally is. You know, I go from the center of the hole, there you go, so you can see a little better, center of the hole to, you know, my pan's about 6 inches. And instead of putting that scat up here by the hole, by where I was trying not to get them to step, I put it back here at the back and kind of turned this into like a little walk-through. I got some homemade bait in the hole, a coyote gland urine there on the back, and on the scat I went ahead and put some urine on it, kind of freshened it up a little bit. And you know, as they approach this, they got a smell there and smell there, and the trap's right in the middle. So hopefully putting that scat there will kind of create that walk-through type set. But yeah, that's that, guys. There's that set there. I'm gonna try to punch another one in here somewhere, and then we're gonna go across the field and pop a couple more in. Stay tuned. Little flock of snow geese flying there. But the reason I was turning the camera on here, guys, is because I wanted to show you, you know, I've had a lot of activity here in this corner of this field this year. Like I said, we made some catches there. That was the set I just showed you guys. And I was wanting to put another set here. And see, I got this trail that goes on down through there. There's another trail there. But I noticed a lot of stuff. There's also a trail there that goes into the timber. But I noticed a lot of the animals were using this trail here. And the wind is supposed to be out of the south for the next few days. And then it's going to switch to the north. I mean, the wind's going to be blowing all over the place. So I was standing back here kind of looking as to where I wanted to put my trap. And I'd like to have one there at this opening here, but as you can see, the ground kind of dips down there and it's a low spot, and there's still some snow frozen on top there, so you know that ground's good and frozen still, and probably holds some moisture there in that puddle. So I ruled that spot out. I was going to put one out here in the field, but as you can see, it's thawing out and just all, it's mud. You know, I don't know if you could see. No, you can't, but when I was walking out here, I was sinking down a little bit on the walk out. So in some spots, it's frozen as heck still, and others, it is kind of slopping up. So I decided to do here was put a set here on this trail, and because the wind's going to be switching, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the set. You know, I got down and was looking, and nothing really caught my eye. But that little clump of grass there, it'll be on the upwind side on a north wind. It'd be upwind of the trail. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and punch a set there, and kind of have it facing east and west, and kind of make it a walkthrough. That way, whatever wind I have, it should work. So we're gonna go ahead and try it. Alright guys, here's that set I just made. Like I said, I noticed a lot of the critters were utilizing this trail here. And for the next few days, our winds are supposed to be coming out of either the southwest or it's going to switch and come out of the northwest. I noticed a lot of stuff's been using this trail here. So I noticed that grass clump from back there. You know, if you get down low to the ground, guys, you can see that sticks up just a little more than everything else. Kind of caught my eye. So I went ahead and punched a dirt hole down in there. See, there's a little dirt hole right there. And then I don't want to use much, but I'm going to use just that little stick there as a guiding. I got a bait and gland lure right up in the hole, and I put that stick there and put a little fox urine on it. So hopefully, you know, say that's southwest. If the wind's blowing out of the southwest and they come up here, you know, they'll come through and hopefully they'll smell that and want to play around. Or behind us, this is northwest out here. You know, if the wind's blowing this way, you know, say the wind's blowing this way and they come out on this trail, then hopefully, you know, they'll get a whiff of something there. They either got to go on this side or this side of that clump. So hopefully we'll have a catch here. Stay tuned.